Taking soil samples is an extremely important part of production agriculture, gardening, and even home ownership. Collecting the soil sample is extremely important, though, to get a good number and understanding how to collect it right. Oklahoma State University recommends that we collect our soil samples from a depth of 0 to 6 inches deep. Often it's asked, why do we do that? Some consultants may collect samples 0 to 8 inches deep. Others may collect samples from 0 to 3. There's a couple reasons why it's really important to know the depth that you're collecting at. One is the lab. The lab is looking at samples in terms of concentration, and they relate that concentration back to amount of soil they expect it from. So if you send a sample to Oklahoma State University soil testing lab, they're expecting that you send a 0 to 6 inch sample. That 0 to 6 inch layer represents 2 million pounds of soil. The concentration of N, P, or K that they measure in that soil is directly related to the depth that they're assuming. If you collected 0 to 3 or 0 to 8, that makes the assumption wrong on how much nutrient is in that layer of soil because they don't have the right depth. In addition, depth is extremely important on our immobile nutrients, specifically phosphorus. Now, one of the reasons we choose a 0 to 6 inch depth is that this is the traditional depth of tillage. In this zone where we're tilling it up, we're mixing the soil, making everything homogeneous, and so we're taking a sample that goes down to this depth and pulling it out and representing that depth. That works great until we get into something like no-till or reduced tillage where our tillage depth is less. With phosphorus, we have these plants growing, we have everything growing up there, we have plants, we have roots down, roots are extracting phosphorus, they're bringing phosphorus up to the top, they're putting phosphorus in the leaves. Our leaves decay, the phosphorus comes down on the surface, we're applying phosphorus fertilizer, so you have all this P on the surface, fertilizer on the surface, and what you do over time is see that the surface area, 0 to 2 or 0 to 3 inch depth, is high in phosphorus, and the 3 to 6 inch depth is lower in phosphorus, and the deeper 6 to 12 is extremely low in phosphorus. So the importance of sampling depth in this is if I take a depth from 0 to an 8 inch sample and I'm well below plow layer, I'm getting into some very low soil test phosphorus values, and I'm actually going to show much less phosphorus there. If I'm in no-till, I'm actually recommending that we look at this 0 to 3 inch zone. Our recent research at Oklahoma State University says that 0 to 3 inch phosphorus sample best shows what our phosphorus need is for wheat and sorghum. So with that, as we're out taking our soil samples, let's pay careful attention to our depth that we're collecting at, and make sure that if you sample at a depth other than 0 to 6, you let the testing lab know so they can give you the proper recommendations out of the backside. For more information on soil testing, check out the SunUp website at www.sunup.okstate.edu.